Take 3. This is Tanya. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Really new here on YouTube. And I have got to tell you, I am struggling to get these videos to upload, film. Oh boy. So this is going to be take 3 of my May card class. Okay. Yeah. So again, my name is Tanya. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can find my shopping site here at mspoo.stampinup.net. And we are using all brand new product that just released the beginning of May. I will do a better job moving forward with listing the products that I use. So yeah, so let's just get going, shall we? So these are the 3 cards we'll be making. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. And I need to get out the spare pack. I had one available kit that I actually had someone claim that I just had to message and say, I'm sorry, I can't send you that kit because I'm a failure at recording these videos. I got halfway through the second card and my phone stopped recording, and I found out that I'm out of space on my phone. So I think I'm going to have to get another phone so I could just use this one to record. Anyways, well, now I don't have to rush. I was kind of rushing the last one. So I am going to start with this one here. Cute stamp set. It's an online exclusive. Right. I'm starting to label my stuff because they have online exclusive, catalog, while supplies last. So the green for me is online exclusive. Yeah. So I am going to jump over to Facebook really quick. And of course, it went to the cloud on my iPad because I never go on my iPad other than YouTube. Anyways, so while that's uploading, let me show you this stamp set. It's Poppin' By. Again, it's an online exclusive. It's a red rubber stamp set. You can get a bundle, which saves you 10% when you get the stamp set and dies. But, you know, if you don't like the dies, you don't have to. They do come with a couple extras, which are these centerpieces here, which gives you embossed cut dimension on the popcorn kernels when you cut them out together. So you can cut, stamp your popcorns, and then these give them dimensions, little 3-dimensional is what I was wanting to say. Or you could just stamp, cut them out in yellow or white and ink your edges or whatever, make your own popcorn. Glasses, shoes, and a film strip, and then this cuts out our little bucket guy. And the sayings pop and joy, no one's better than you, and popping in to say hello. So that is the stamp set, and here we go. I'm going to just go and tell people I'm on YouTube Live. Just maybe someone will come and say hi to me. Live. Let me see if I can capture the link. Let's see. I can share it. That's what I could do. Oh, guess it's not going to let me. I'll copy the link. Oops. Oops. Paste. Boy, now I know why people use computers for this stuff. Oh goodness. Oh, post. Okay, now I can go ahead and go back to YouTube. Okay, here we go. Sorry, everyone. I don't know if this. Oh, I don't know if. Okay. Now we can go ahead and get started. If someone jumps on, now I could see them. What a day, what a day, what a day. I don't know about this YouTube stuff, I'm telling you. I'm struggling big time. And I hope and I appreciate you all being patient with me. Okay. So this is what you have. You have your popcorn. You have a pair of shoes, a pair of glasses, a black strip, sentiment strip, your little bling bling blings, and 2 film strips, piece of black cardstock, the white, this here will layer on top. You have your envelope. This is Daffodil Delight, I believe is the yellow. It's a top folding card, and the white card base goes on the inside. And just for the sake of sanity, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal because my glue was giving me trouble earlier and I'm over trouble. So here we go. Let's put this on the inside. Then we will go ahead and layer our white piece to the black. Sorry, just got a call from a spammer. Like about 1/8 of an inch-ish, I guess, border around, something like that. Then we're going to layer this onto our card base. And you're going to have about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I really wish I knew someone that does YouTube videos so they can tell me what I'm doing wrong, other than now you know why. I mean, as far as for I need more battery, more room in my phone, which I don't even know how to do that. I already download all my pictures. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and chop hello off and say, pop it into say, using my silicone craft mat so nothing sticks where it shouldn't stick. Then I'm going to layer this on the black, about equal distance, the top and the side here. And then I'm going to give the black a trim, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. I will have to use my glue for the glasses and the film strip, but those are just little dots. Okay. So when cutting out your little popcorn stamped in yellow for the buttery popcorn, I save the legs, so I'm going to cut around those. Oops, because I should have brought my cheaters out. And then I'm going to cut just on the inside of the bucket. And then I'm going to cut around the popcorn. And you will see why, because we're going to layer the red stamped popcorn bucket on top. So when we come in, we're going to just go on the inside of the bucket and snip that off. And then I'm going to cut my legs, around my legs. I'm not going to cut them. Okay, so I got that done. And then we're going to just cut the bucket. Just like we would fussy cut anything else. I'm going to cut the legs off. So I'm just going to go in between the bucket and the legs. Like so. And then I'm going to adhere this to my bucket like so. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my card and put all these pieces together. You might have to pop out a couple of these pieces of the film strip. I'm going to use my glue. Okay. I need my glasses for my popcorn guy here. Put a little bit of glue. Don't need much. The glasses go from edge to edge of the bucket, really. So it's pretty easy to line up. And then we'll put a dab of glue on his feet. And then when you do the shoes, make sure you have the correct side of the shoe. It's more of an embossed cut piece versus it looking debossed. So you should be able to see the dimension of the shoe on the correct side. So go ahead, put a shoe on. And I'm using the putty end of the take your pick tool. This cracks me up. Okay. And then I'm going to put a dimensional on his backside, wherever I put them. Okay. I think you only need one. And I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to take the backing off of my dimensional. I am going to lay it down. I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the white. Oh, his shoe went crooked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Need to make that repair. Okay. So I'm just going to lightly lay him down just so I can see where I want to put my film strips at, in case it's going to get tucked behind him where the dimensional is. So I'm just going to put a piece going off to that. You could put them wherever your eye feels it's pleasing. But I just thought it looked kind of cute going off behind him. Now that I have them behind him, then I'm going to go ahead and give him a press. And then I will glue my sentiment down right underneath him, like he's standing on it, to say popping in, to say happy birthday. Cute, I thought. I had fun with this set. I contemplated doing all the cards with this set, and I thought, oh, but I want to use everything. But there's so much good stuff. And then you're just going to put your bling wherever you want it to go. And there you have it. That is our first card. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Oh, so upset. I think I just may do these live videos just whenever I record. Then I know what I'm doing with the live videos for the most part. Okay, let's do card number 2. Okay. So this is using, get the stamp set out of the way, Sips and Cheers stamp set. And I am using all the paper except for the card base from, I have so much stuff on my table here. This paper pack is called Celebratory Sips, and I will give you a peek. This is an online exclusive, so it's only you can only order it online. It's not in the catalog. So we have this beautiful floral, and the back side is garden green. These are all the bits and pieces that I don't know what to do with. Can't quite get rid of those. Then we have this piece here. It's beverages on this side and the polka dots on that side. And then we have this piece here, this sheet of paper, which has, I've already used one full sheet and half for our packets. And it has these fun little drinks that you could fussy cut out, or you can use it as a solid paper. And then this is the back side. Then we have this pretty floral and the Timid Tiger striped back. Then there is this with all of the accessories to our beverages. And then we have, what color is this? It's the new color. Secret Sea. And then it's just got, it looks like bubbles or fizz or just, and then the berries. And then we have this piece here. This is the back side. This is the cloud cover. And then there's this piece here that you can use for water fun goodness here, that has the new colors, the Strawberry Slush, which is this one, the Darling Duckling, the Timid Tiger. But the stamp set comes, if you buy the bundle and you get the dies, these dies here, you could line them up, right? And make your own die cut beverage. And then you can stamp, it comes with the tall glass also. And then this piece here is just an embossed piece that goes on the inside of the die, and it gives it this look here. Okay. This is just flat. It's not embossed. But if you use that, then it will, see if I can get this up. So you would, if you wanted to, cut out your drinks, and then you would put this on the inside when you cut it out, and it would put that dimension on your glass, like the glass is beveled or has that design in it. And then once you cut those out, then you could stamp your berries or your ice cubes in there, put these little sprigs of beauty in your glasses, an umbrella olive. So then you would stamp that on here, or of course you could just stamp these and color them in. with whatever color you choose. So that is what we're using to make this card. Let me set this aside. Okay. So I used everything in this paper pack for this particular card. Except for the strawberry slush card base. Oops. And then the comes from the new flat pearls that are the 2025 to 2027 in colors. So you either got strawberry slush or the timid tiger. This one here is the timid tiger. I'm not a very big orange fan, but I really think that these colors with the orange go really pretty together. So let's break out this kit. So we have our bling. You have a 1/2 inch by 4 inch strip. You have 3 3/4 by 1 1/2 pieces of designer series paper. These are the sizes that I use, but if you choose, you could use the other sides. You have a 1/2 inch by 4 inch. That is for your inside piece to go along the bottom. You have your side folding strawberry slush card base, your circle, and you have two beverages to fussy cut. The beverages are all different. So we'll go ahead and start cutting these out. They're really easy, simple images to cut out. Okay. See, super simple. And that's all the cutting we have. So we'll go ahead and set these pieces aside, set our envelope aside. Let's go ahead and adhere our inside. So if you do not have a silicone craft mat, I highly recommend it. It is a lifesaver when it comes to using any kind of glue that goes over your paper, meaning spillage. It just comes right off. You can use it to add glue and then tap your little image inside of it, and then it just peels right off once it's dry. Okay, now we'll go ahead and adhere this on the inside. You'll have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, just like so. Now let's go ahead and adhere our pieces. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves about 1/4 of an inch on the side, the two sides, left and right, and the top. Roughly 1/4 of an inch. Really close. Very, very close to 1/4 of an inch if it's not 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And I like to do the top piece and then the bottom, and then build in to the middle. Okay. So the same, you're about 1/4 of an inch on the sides and at the bottom. So it should be lining up with your top piece here. Okay. This Stampin' Seal is very, very strong adhesive, but they have one that's even stronger, Stampin' Seal Plus. So this one, you're going to give yourself about 1/4 of an inch on the side, but maybe about 1/8 of an inch in between the two pieces here. Okay. And then this piece is 4 inches long. It's going to go in the middle here, and it goes past our little blocks we laid down. So this will be about 1/8 of an inch on the sides. Oops. Like so. Okay. And then we will put our beverages on. Just going to go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive there so I can arrange my tall glass. Now you want to make sure that your sentiment is at the top, not crooked. So I'm just going to arrange my beverage like so. And then I will come in with this one like so. Okay. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on this piece here. And I used about 5. Kind of built it out like a square here. Okay. Now we're going to take the top of our circle and bring it down about 1/4 of an inch from the top of your top piece here. I don't know if you put your orange one. I did. And the whole piece all together is now our embellishment. So we're going to do our best to just kind of center that on the card, being aware that the cheers or your sentiment here is facing upward and straight, like so. And then we will put our bling on. These here are the strawberry slush. It kind of looked like bubbles to me, like fizzy bubbles. So that is card number 2. And card number 3. Alrighty. If you guys would be so kind to please give the video a thumbs up, comment that you like them, you don't like them, what you would like for me to do differently. Any kind of comment that's not mean. I would appreciate it. You know, I just do this for you ladies, but it would be nice if other people would watch me and join in on occasion. Okay, so let's do card number 3. So card number 3 is a stamp set that, of course, I had to get because it has my buddies. So this is called Feathered Fun. It's just a stamp set. It's in the catalog. And the paper I am using comes from Floral Impressions, which I did not mark this pack if it's online exclusive or in the catalog. But it's called Floral Impressions. I think it's an online exclusive, but I could be wrong. But I'll show it to you. So obviously we had this piece here that I have used for our cards. And this is the back side, which is the cloud cover. So it's ferns and daisies or black-eyed Susans. And then there's this page. And then the back side. Then there's this print, side A. So pretty. And then side B. Side A. I love flowers so much. Side B. A. B. A. And I'm not sure if you can hear my phone ringing or buzzing, but another spammer. Okay. So this set uses crushed curry, darling duckling, fresh freesia, garden green, misty moonlight, old olive, peach pie, pecan pie, pool party, pretty in pink, and strawberry slush. Okay. And then with this stamp set, it's photopolymer. But if you, so this is the side that you would stamp and it gives you your lined. But then when you flip it over, it will, you ink the solid piece and then you could stamp your stamped image with that solid color and it'll fill it in. So you would probably want to use a light color, and then you can go in and add your dimensions with your coloring. So it's helps save you a little bit of time on coloring. So that's what this two-part stamp, and the branches do the same thing. You either can do a fatter side or the thinner side in two different colors. But that's what this gray piece is here, is means that you could flip it over and it will stamp and fill in the colored image, or color in your image with the stamp. Okay. This is card number 3. And this is using the Darling Duckling of the pearls, flat pearls. You have your 2 arches that will layer together. You have a parrot to color. You have 2 Darling Duckling strips. You have your designer series paper. And then there's a smaller strip that will go on the inside. So let's go ahead and get rid of this piece and put it on the inside. And this paper is somewhat directional, so I'm going to leave a little smidgen of white at the bottom of mine. I just like that look. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put adhesive on the edge. And then I'm going, these pieces may not be super straight, so this is why we're doing it this way. You're gonna want to put like 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch of it on your paper, like so, on both the top and the bottom. It's just hard to kind of get a super straight cut with these little strips. So then it'll be like so. And then add some more adhesive. Oh, I ran out. Didn't even notice that. That's okay. We will refill. So this is how you refill these. Super easy. Pop it out and toss it. Sometimes you get a little bit of goo right there. Then you're going to pop this one in. help if I would look in closer what I was doing and then snap it back together. Then we're good to go. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to take this. This is a top folding card. Make sure we're opening the right direction. You got your direction going the right way, and we're just going to center it like so. And then we're going to adhere the white piece onto the yellow. This is using the stitch, what are these, Everyday Arch dies. Okay. And then this is going to get popped up on dimensional, so we're just going to set it aside and just color our bird. I think I am going to just do a yellow and green parrot because I've already got 2 of these with the colored like my girls and boy. I have a girl and a boy, lovebird. I meant to say babies. So I think I'm just going to do yellow and green. So I'm going to go ahead and use light and dark lemon lime twist. And let's see what colors are on here. I think Old Olive is going to be, Old Olive and Garden Green might be a little too, let me see. This is Old Olive. Let me see. I think I'll use the duller green. So I will use Old Olive and is Darling Duckling there? Crushed Curly and Darling Duckling. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Old Olive Stampin' Blends and the Darling Duckling. Now, if you wanted to use these colors in the tri-blends, I would use the Citrus Blend and the Dull Green Blend is what I would use. So I'm going to start with the dark Old Olive. And these are the Stampin' Blends. They have the bullet tip on one side and the brush tip on the other side. So I'm going to do the highlights of the lines in the dark. Basically just going to trace over it. gonna need a color for his beak. The beak I would probably use on the blends. I would probably use the medium of the golden brown blend. Okay, now before I color that in, I'm going to highlight his head because then I want to blend the yellow and the green together. So this is the dark. Basically doing the same thing. And then I'm going to use the brush end and color that. I may regret doing this. That was the light. And then that's the dark. This is the light. So I want to go up into his head a little bit. And then I'm going to go back over that with the light. Just to kind of blend those two together. And I want to use, let's see what light peach pie. I'm going to go ahead and do his beak with the light peach pie and then his nostrils with the dark peach pie. Now, one thing I have noticed with the Stampin' Blends is if you put too much color down and don't let them dry in between, they bleed out. So, word to the wise. But that's okay. We can cut them out. So then we're going to go ahead and cut out our image. And because I bled, I'm going to go relatively close to the line here. These are pretty thick lined images, so it's relatively forgiving when you're cutting straight on the line also. But I don't have my glasses to see up close handy. Okay. So that is my buddy. I think I want to go back over them with the light though. That's not the right one. Let's see. Light old olive. Okay. Now let's bring our card back in. And we're going to pop him up on dimensionals. You don't want your tail to stick below the yellow piece here because it'll go past your card. Okay. And then we're going to pop our arch up. And I put 5 down just to give it some stability. Okay. And then we're going to put this as best as we can in the center of our card, lining the top and the bottom, like so. And then we will put on our bling. There you go. So there's card 1 and 2, and I didn't quite finish the third one because that's when I discovered my filming had stopped, but this is card number 3. That's how far I got with the third card. So there you go, ladies. Thank you very much. Again, if you would be so kind to please leave a comment. Words to the wise, how you like your cards. And if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. All right. If you have any questions, please message me. You can here or privately on Facebook. And I will get to you as quickly as I see your message. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week coming up and weekend. And look for the classes for, gosh, June. Can you believe it's June already? All right, ladies, enjoy, have fun creating, post pictures on my Facebook page. If I get enough of you to post, I will do a drawing for a package of bling or something. All right, ladies, enjoy. Have a great one. Thank you so much. Bye.